Hello, this is Lex with an entrancement video for you to react to and be hypnotized by. It will guide you into a trance, have you experiencing a number of fun hypnotic compulsions, and then wake you up back to normal with full recall. The only persistent suggestion it gives is that if you'd like to go under for me in future, you can do so very easily. This induction is only short, so this video is best suited to someone who's been hypnotized before, or is very open-minded and or loves the idea of being compelled to do some moderately naughty stage hypnosis style things. Posing, reciting mantras, finding your body won't obey you, and possibly undressing? Who knows? If you're watching this on YouTube, then the suggestions are actually listed in the video description. Feel free to look through them beforehand if you like, or we can jump right in. If you're ready to begin, make your room nice and relaxing, and we'll get started. Now, ready to relax? Good. Begin by taking a nice, deep breath and just relax back for me. It's a familiar feeling, or at least one that you've thought about, perhaps quite a lot. An idea that you enjoy, a thought that you're drawn to, because it feels good to have no cares, to have no worries, to feel all your everyday stresses just melt away whilst you're hypnotized, whilst you're compelled, whilst you're enchanted, which is why you're already feeling pretty chilled, focused and following my words, happy for them to guide you. Perhaps feeling a small sense of excitement in your tummy whilst at the same time feeling a growing sensation of relaxation in your muscles. Letting yourself be still, letting your body relax. Letting each group of muscles empty themselves of tension, feeling a growing weightiness in your legs, your arms, your chest, still breathing easily, enjoying the way that each breath seems to soothe you, the way that each tick of time relaxes you, the way that each word that I speak engages your mind more and more, but at the same time washes away your everyday thoughts, washes away your responsibilities, washes away all worries and stress. You don't want those things anyway. Feels better doing this. Feels good being hypnotized. Feels good dropping deep. Good to feel your thoughts slowing down. To let someone else take over for a while. Feels good to feel your eyes getting heavy. Feels good to feel like you can't stop yourself, because why would you want to? It's fun for a time for your imagination to take over. Fun for a time for someone else to call the shots. Fun to find that whilst you might try to resist, whilst you might try to keep those eyelids open, whilst you might make an attempt to stop yourself from sinking and dropping and melting and relaxing, you can't seem to try very hard. Not unless there's an emergency, and if there's no emergency, well then, you don't really want to be able to rouse yourself, do you? It's better being blank and calm and blissed out, don't you think? Better being dazed and spaced and feeling those eyelids getting so heavy, right? Better just listening and following and letting my words strip away all that stress and fill you with warm and wonderful feelings of peace, powerlessness, relaxation, engagement, enthrallment. Because honestly, right now, whilst it might be fun to try and fight, it feels so much better to slip under, doesn't it? And whilst you might enjoy trying to keep those eyes open, it's such a fun feeling to find them closing all by themselves. And whilst you might think you want to think about this and analyse it, it's far more enjoyable feeling those thoughts unravelling, your mind unwinding, your senses slipping away whilst you relax for me. Because you're here to be hypnotised. You're here to drop deep. Here to have your mind played with for a little while. You're here to relax and follow and breathe deep and sleep. Good. Dropping deeply for me now, letting your body feel like it's boneless, letting yourself relax and melt and rest, limp and sleepy, just like a rag doll. Like there's no tension whatsoever left inside you. Every muscle limp, every bit of your body heavy, every muscle on your face completely relaxed, drifting down deeply to a point of perfect openness. Drifting down deeply to a place where it's the easiest thing in the world to feel and follow and think whatever I might suggest. Drifting down as deeply as you could wish to, whilst enjoying the idea of responding and reacting to these next hypnotic suggestions with as much imagination as you can muster. Drifting down deeply until you feel totally ready to follow, to respond, to obey. Good. For the rest of this session, you'll sleep easily, automatically, unthinkingly, every time I tell you to sleep. And you'll wake, feeling wonderful, energized, lively and imaginative, refreshed and ready to respond every time I tell you to wake. But not yet, sleep. Not yet, because first. This suggestion is called Night-Night. In a moment you'll wake, feeling wonderful and refreshed, but you won't recall being hypnotized. You won't believe that it worked, and you'll feel pretty skeptical about the idea that you even went under. That is until I say the phrase, night-night. When I say the phrase night-night, suddenly your dominant hand develops a mind all of its own. That hand will raise in the air. It will weave around hypnotically towards anyone watching and towards yourself. At first it will confuse you. Then it will amuse you. Then when you're trying to get it back under your own control, it will enchant you, relaxing you, spiraling in front of your eyes, spiraling towards your forehead, and making you feel so sleepy and spellbound as it does so. Sleepier as it gets closer, more awake as it drifts away. It will tease you to the edge of sleepiness a few times, making you blank, bringing you back, and then it will boop, poke you in the middle of your forehead, and you'll sleep back into trance. With the suggestion firmly in place, waiting for the phrase night-night, waking up, feeling lively, but skeptical, in 3, 2, 1, wake. Okay, wide awake now. I imagine you were very deeply hypnotized there. What do you think?
I was just resting my eyes. I mean, I woke up pretty easy, huh?
Well, how about if I say night-night? Does that make you feel a little different? Does that make your hand do anything odd?
Sit down.
This is very strange, isn't it? If you're not already gone, it's about to boop you and send you to sleep. Night-night.
No.
Dropping deep and sleep. Dropping deeper for me. Good. Wonderful. Dropping so easily, feeling so good. So relaxed and happy, content, carefree, amused. Drifting down deeper all the time. Feels good to follow. To feel yourself falling. To fail to resist. Deeper every time and ready to respond. Now it's time to feel blank and empty. So find your mind slipping into neutral. All your thoughts unravelling and melting away, like you're not even a person anymore. Like you're simply a doll, a puppet. Like you're just an elegant and obedient toy, a decorative plaything awaiting orders. Now, not feeling so heavy anymore, not feeling so weighty, easily able to move on my command. Easily able to sit up and respond, but feels like your emotions are all gone, like your personality is all gone. Those things just vanished away, like you're an automaton, a drone, a doll, easily able to move, but only when I command it. Whenever I say the word blank, this is how you feel. When I say the word release, you'll come back to your senses, reacting to whatever situation you find yourself in. But first, right now, blank. Moving, responding, doing as I direct. Sit up straight in your seat now. Shoulders back now. Knees together, feet apart now. Lips parted now. Eyes wide and unthinking now, eyes open. Tell me you're a happy, mindless doll.
I'm a happy, mindless doll.
Tell me you're a blank and brainless toy.
I'm a blank and brainless toy.
Good. Tell me you're ready to obey.
I'm ready to obey.
Good girl. Feels so wonderful being blank and empty. Feels so perfect having your mind on hold. Still blank, still obedient, still following every command. Now, stand to attention, eyes up, gazing into space, now. Perfectly motionless, perfectly attentive, all humanity missing, all personality, all gone. Pose for inspection with your legs wide and your hands behind your head, now. Feels like being inspected, being assessed from all sides, like you're not a person, like you're a doll in a shop window. Now let's have some cute cheesecake pin-up poses. Pose now. And another. Pose now. Still blank. One more, I think. Pose now. Now let's have you posing like an anime girl, making peace signs with your fingers and sticking out your tongue. Pose now. Then let's have you come into your senses and reacting to this situation in 3, 2, 1. Release. Release, wide awake. Tell us how you feel and what that was like.
I was aware the whole time, but I felt compelled to do everything. For some reason, I didn't want to oppose.
Now it's time to drop again, so find that hand going straight for that sleepy spot as I say, night night.
Oh no,
Good.
no. Better get with the chair.
Hand drifting up. Oh dear. Night night. Dropping so easily back down to sleep every single time. Feeling so blissful and wonderful every time you drop for me. Good. This next suggestion is called float. In a moment you'll wake feeling fun and chatty, lively but bratty and wanting to resist. Surely you're not this easy to control. Surely you can fight, right? On waking, when I use the word float, you'll find your hands begin to rise in the air like they're on strings. The higher your hands rise, the more blank and thoughtless you'll become. Once they're at shoulder height, you'll be blank all over again, just a sleepwalker, thoughtless, blank, dumbstruck, and so blissfully dazed. Whilst this is happening, whilst your hands are rising, you can try to fight it, but only for a little while. You can try to resist, but the pull becomes stronger and stronger, and the higher your hands float, the more you'll feel like your mind and your will is just melting away. Now, waking feeling lively, chatty, bratty, and resistant, believing, incorrectly, that you're going to resist this one in 3, 2, 1. Wide awake! Oh, hello again, my spellbound sweetie. Did you fall asleep?
Again, I was just resting my eyes.
I'm afraid I'm not done with you just yet, no matter how much you think you can resist.
I have a will.
Watch what happens when I say, float. Why
am I listening to all this for some reason? Oh God.
Are you trying to stop yourself? Trying to resist
little.
that? I don't think that's going to last, is it? Hands floating to your shoulders, mind all gone. Blank little sleepwalker. Why don't you walk around like a sleepy-headed clockwork sleepwalker now? Tick, tock, stepping thoughtlessly, back and forth, slow, sleepy steps. No thoughts in your mind, no expression on your face. Clockwork doll, tick-tocking around the room, good. Release and return to normal. You're back in the room. Well, this is very amusing, isn't it? Tell us how you're doing.
To be fair, I'm having a lot of fun. But I'm also surprised. I'm so obedient for some reason. Yeah.
Lovely to hear that. Now, if you could get comfortable for me, take a nice deep breath in. Try to resist if you like, but you really can't when I say sleep. Sleep and drop deep. Good. Now I think we'll play with the sensation of being tickled. In a moment you'll wake feeling wonderful, but the moment I say tickle tickle, both of your hands develop a mind of their own, and both of them start to tickle you, and somehow you can tickle yourself. You won't be able to control your reaction or contain your giggles at all. You'll find it really funny. You'll find yourself feeling really ticklish as your hands do their own thing, as they tweak and tickle. When I say release, you can stop. Now, waking feeling suspicious and toyed with because for some reason you can't recall what suggestion you've just been given. Wide awake, feeling suspicious. In 3, 2, 1, wide awake. Oh, there you are again. Looks like you nodded off, maybe. Nodded off and sleepwalked into a trap.
I kind of vaguely remember that you did something with my hands. I mean...
oh, do you know what? Tickle tickle.
No. You can't tickle your own self. You can't.
Oh dear. Hands misbehaving again, are they? Tickle tickle tickle.
No, this is... You did do something with my hands. No, this is... Perspective change. No.
Oh, I'm very sorry to do this to you. Except I'm not. Release, and come back under your own control. For a little while, anyway. Doing okay?
Yes. I don't know what else you've concocted.
Now it's time to drop again. I hope you didn't have any other plans for the next few minutes. Sleep. That's right. Dropping deeply, sleeping down deep, bonelessly, brainlessly, blissfully. Good. Now, remember being blank and feel blank once more. Blank and mindless and sitting up straight. Blank and empty-headed and standing to attention. Now, standing. Blank, calm and carefree, and stand as though you're about to be strip searched. Now, in a moment your hands are going to tickle you once more. They'll rove all over your body, pinching and tweaking and tickling just like before, only you're not going to feel it yet. Your eyes will be open, but your mind will be blank. And whilst you're blank, the sensation of being tickled is meaningless because there's no mind to react to it. Simply a sensation being recorded for later. You won't consciously register any of the tickling until I use the word replay. When I use the word replay, everything you're going to do in a moment is going to hit you all at once. When I use the word replay, every sensation of tickling that you're about to experience will hit you in a powerful, irresistible wave of ticklish giggles and laughs. Find that now. Totally blank, no reacting yet, hands moving all by themselves, tickle, tickle, tickle. Hands finding all those sensitive regions, tickle, tickle. Fingertips poking and squeezing in all the ways that would normally make you squeal, tickle, tickle. Finding some fun spots, very, very good, tickle, tickle. Mentally just recording all of this for later, good, now stop. Stand to attention. Salute. Come back to your senses, feeling like nothing's out of place except for some reason you're saluting as you wake in 3, 2, 1, wide awake. Oh, hello there. What have you been up to? Any clue?
What did you do? No.
So you're feeling normal then, not like you've walked into a trap or anything, I hope.
Oh, you're so sneaky.
Well, that's good. But what about if I say that it's time for a little replay?
Okay, remember. No, stop.
Replay and
No.
try to get a hold of yourself. Replay and try to contain those giggles. Having some difficulty. Now, release and feel normal again.
Partially.
Hope you're enjoying all this. Talk about what it's like for you.
Partially laughing because this is so silly. But also it's like there's kind of like an after sensation of having poked around my ribs. I don't know. It's weird. I haven't done this before. So I don't know if I'm doing it right.
That's great. Now, take a deep breath in. Sleep and drop deep once more. Now, in a moment, things are going to get a little more not safe for work, if that's all right with you. If it's not, you can stop the file there, and you can feel every strange suggestion being removed from your mind. You'll pause the file and wake, feeling energized and lively, recalling everything just fine in 1 minute's time. Pause it now if you want to end there. If you're happy to be a little bit more lewd, let's dive deeper. Now, recall how ticklish you felt when I used that trigger to revisit all the sensations, but this time on waking, you're going to feel like you're being tickled immediately, only it's not by your hands, it's by your clothes. You're going to wake up and your clothes are going to be so ticklish that you'll want to remove them more than anything. Every stitch, every thread, every item. For some reason, you don't realise this is going to lead to you getting naked. That just doesn't register with you. And trying to think about it or make it register will only intensify how ticklish those clothes are and how annoying they are and how much you want to get them off. Waking in a moment, finding yourself relentlessly tickled until you get rid of all your clothing in 3, 2, 1, wide awake and... Oh, what's happening? Are you alright there? Feeling strange? Those clothes don't look very comfortable.
They're like...
Oh dear.